Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Wanted to do a quick, kind of quick as I can make it video. I know my videos aren't the fastest, but today we're going to be taking a look again at the Fitbit Flex that we have here. I've done an unboxing and I've done kind of the setup, but I've used this product for a couple months now, and I've kind of come to a conclusion on it. It's not obviously the most sophisticated piece of hardware, but I'm going to kind of give you the synopsis and my opinion on this. This is a fitness tracker, if you don't know by now and you live under a rock. Fitbit has kind of taken the market by storm, and they have quite a few products. This is their most popular, the Fitbit Flex. They've got a huge line of products. I think there's 6 or 7 products that they have out now. Everything from scales to different fitness trackers like these. They have a very large, very large product line. So this is their most popular model. It's Fitbit Flex. Retails for about 99 bucks. You can get it more or less closer to 80 if you shop online and you wait for a good time. It comes in 2 parts. This is the band here, and then on the inside, if you can kind of take it out of the innards here, this is the actual fitness tracker. That's it. That's all the thing that does the fitness tracking. It slides into this band, and you can get these bands in a lot of different colors and shapes and sizes. And then it has just a pretty simple clasp here, and that's it. But I want to talk about this and how it really functions. So inside here there is some basic technology that you'll find in just about every smartphone and a whole bunch of other tablets and different devices that we use every single day. There's accelerometers and different positional trackers to sense different motion, and then based on what kind of motion that it senses, it counts that as steps or active minutes or other things like that. I want to start with the positives of the Fitbit devices, and then I'm going to go into some of the negatives. So first off, the software is outstanding. The build quality is really great on this. I mean, I wear this 24/7. I never take it off. It does, after wearing it for a couple months, it does show a little bit of wear on the device. It is just a rubber band, and it shows some wear, but it's very easy to pick up another band. Fits great, very lightweight, you never notice it. And their products are pretty stylish compared to the competition. So they've definitely nailed down that nice, slim, stylish technology. Also, the software that comes with it, the Fitbit app, and for your desktop, there is a wonderful software suite that tracks your calories and steps and active minutes and sleep. Excuse me, I'm tired today. And sleep if you are interested in tracking your sleep. It does it very well. I enjoy using this, but it's not the best. So the software is good, hardware is pretty good, but let's get into the technology in itself. So I'll pull the fitness tracker out of here again. Another thing that I like, battery life is really, really wonderful. I get between 5 and 7 days depending on my use. But we'll go into the negatives now. So the way this one and many of the other ones work is you can tap on the front of it a couple times. It's a little finicky when it's out of the... See, that's another thing I don't like. It's not performing for me. And it'll light up and it'll kind of give you what kind of status you're at. There's 5 LEDs, and depending on how many LEDs are lit, that's how far along you are in terms of your fitness. And if you tap it a whole bunch of times... It's not going to do it for me because it's outside the band. If you tap it a whole bunch of times, it will go into either an activity tracking mode, which will pay closer attention to what you're doing, or a sleep mode, which will sort of stop tracking and keep an eye on how still you are at night to kind of track your sleep, and it does that very well. And if you're restless or other things like that, or if you wake up in the middle of the night, it tracks all of that very well. What it doesn't do very well is steps and calories and other basic things like that. This is extremely simple technology, and something that's this small and compact just simply can't be that accurate in terms of fitness tracking. So I've tested this a couple ways. I use a Samsung smartwatch 2 that has the same technology as this built in, but this costs $99 and this costs $200, $2 or $250. And it's impressive the results between the two. I have them set to do basically the same thing. They track my calories if you have to input all your food and all that good stuff, and it gathers all your fitness data and does the math, and you should find out if you're consuming more calories than you intake or vice versa. It always says that I'm burning way more calories than I'm actually eating. But the results here do not show. So, but I'm not blaming that. Also, with steps, I have a lot of other coworkers that have Fitbits, and my spouse and other things like that. And we roughly have the same routines. Our job, has us walking and moving about the same amount. I don't know why I'm so yawny right now. Is yawny a word? I don't even know. It's interesting to see at the end of the day how different our numbers are, even coworkers of mine, how far off we are in terms of numbers. So you'll open the app, you'll look, it's like, oh, I have 8,000 steps today. Oh, but you have like 13,000. But I have clearly done more walking than you have today. I also tested it a couple times. I walked around the neighborhood a few times, and this came up with a different number than this. And the number that I counted in my head of me doing a couple laps around the neighborhood was different than all of these. So I know these fitness trackers are kind of new, really cool technology, and everybody's jumping on the bandwagon for it. But I just don't think it's that accurate just yet. It's good, but what I really think this is, and what I really think a lot of the fitness trackers today are, is a cheap way to get that gratification that you want. You spent your $99, it's not going to tell you that you're a fat slob. It's going to get you off the couch. It's going to motivate you, and it might sway those numbers a little bit high. It would much rather aim high than aim low in terms of numbers. So all the fitness devices that I've used so far always aim high. And it makes me feel good. I go home, oh man, I did like 13,000 steps today, or I had, 50 active minutes or something like that, and it's, past the goals that are set in the software by the American Heart Association. But either way, it's not that accurate. But I suppose I can't expect too much for something that's $100. I mean, it's just kind of a fad, I think, that a lot of people are going through. And it's good, and it motivates people, and it gets them off the couch, and it gets them exercising, and it encourages people to, meet those goals that are recommended by health organizations. And so that's good. But in terms of real fitness trackers and other things like that, these kind of fib. And even my Samsung smartwatch does the same thing. I'll probably still keep it on my wrist until I find something a little bit better, just because I like having symmetrical. I like to have things on each of my wrists or each of my hands. Until I find something else, I am looking in into more accurate fitness band. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section below. And yeah, let me know what you think. Do you have a Fitbit? If you do, let me know what you think. Do you think it is accurate, or do you think it is not? And let me know what kind of experiences you had. I know my spouse got one. She got the little clip-on one, and it basically does the same thing as this, minus tracking your sleep. And hers actually, hers broke after like a week or something like that, and it was pretty impressive how fast that thing went out of style. So let me know. As usual, guys, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Questions and comments about this, leave it in the comments section below. Got some more videos coming up. Probably going to shoot a video pretty shortly about Bitcoin and a whole bunch of other things.